You're now listening to the show about the shit in life that's just a bit too much, from the perspective of stand-up comics. With our hosts, Carmelo Bongiovi and Ken Krantz. This week's topic, Die on That Hill. This is A Bit Too Much.
The only time girls saw our dicks is if they took our dicks out. Like, they had to take your dick out.
Yeah, otherwise you would have to get someone to take a Polaroid of it for you.
No one was doing that.
That wasn't.
No,
an
because
awkward
also,
conversation.
then you got to destroy the evidence.
Yeah.
Now it's a physical picture floating out there in the world. Like it's stuffed in a notebook or some shit.
Yeah.
That's not. You can't have that. No one took pictures back then. There were not pictures. Every once in a while, like more like in high school and stuff. Somebody's like, "Oh, I filmed me and my girlfriend." You know, like camcorder type shit. That's it, man. No one saw your dick on like unsolicited dick pics weren't a thing. What would you? How would you have done that back then? Go drop, like you pass notes in class. It's just a picture of your dick in a Polaroid.
Yeah,
you could do an unsolicited dick picture back then. The only time a girl saw your dick is if you were kissing her, you were making out, probably dry humping and getting blue balls for like 3 weeks, and then it's like, oh, thank God the dick came out today. I'm not going home with blue balls. Or do you remember dry humping?
Yes.
Yeah. No one remembers it fondly, but it was a thing that we all did. And again, I don't know the ins and outs of how the younger generation are doing it these days, but I'd imagine if you've already got the dick pic, the mystery is out of the bag. You got a tit pic and a dit pic. So there can't be this anticipation that we had. We didn't know what was under the shirt of that girl. Like, we had no idea.
Yeah.
What it was going to look like when we finally got to like lift up that shirt and, go just pull down the cups of the bra. Like, oh, I see tits. I haven't seen tits in months.
Yeah.
Now
you could pick their dick out of a lineup before you even see it in person.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't backwards.
think I'm happy that I grew up without
Me too,
a
man.
phone. Like the idea that your parents could have tabs on you at all times or track you.
I kind of felt like we had
I would have put a real cramp in my style.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, track my location.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? My parents were such immigrants that like if it exists, they wouldn't have caught on anyway. My mom still doesn't know how to use her phone.
Yeah, but she would have back then.
Maybe if younger, she would have learned, especially if she had to track her kids. Oh, I used to be able to lie to my parents so easily. I would just be like throwing up in the bathroom and I drove home because I drove drunk. They'd be like, "What happened?" "I had White Castle." I would just like lie. All right. All right, I guess just let me know if you're okay. It's like look outside, my car's parked in the middle of the street. It was so easy to lie back then.
It's so funny. I think
at the same
about,
time, as
like,
a parent, I'm so glad we have it.
I love having. I mean, not that my daughter doesn't even have a phone yet, but like I'm happy knowing when we do get her one, I'll be able to keep tabs. But I think it's so funny. Like back when I knew my wife in high school, I was like a shady ass, fly under the radar kid. And I would tell her I was one place, but was somewhere else pretty regularly. Mm-hmm. And I think like if you had told her you can have a button that will track this dude every step he takes, you will be able to tell with like pinpoint accuracy where he is at all times, she would have signed over like her firstborn for it. And now she has it. And I'm like, I don't care if you know I'm at Walgreens.
Yeah. She's probably not even checking it though. Yeah, like I don't even, why would you? Yeah, but it's also like older and married. You don't, unless you suspect the person's doing shady shit to you. Obviously that happens. But like, when you're younger is when you want it.
Yeah,
it's when you don't trust anyone. Young guys are really good at lying, or at least young guys in our generation were really good at lying.
I wasn't that great at it back then. I would tell her shit that was so easy. Like I remember once. I was like at the mall and I bumped into a girl that I knew from high school, and the two of us were just like chatting, just hanging out at the mall together. And then I went home, but I told her I was going to be home earlier than I was or something. And she said to me, she was like, why are you calling me so late? And I didn't want to say I bumped into a girl, you know, because I knew she would.
Yeah. Be like, what do you mean? Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I was at there used to be a pet store in the mall. I was at the pet store looking at the puppies. You know how much I love that. And she was like, the pet store that closed a month ago? And then I was like, fuck. Like, yeah. Did
you
it?
even knew
that?
But
Yeah. Like, that explains why there was no puppies. You know, like.
Yeah, that's it. But it was also harder to catch somebody in a lie too, because you couldn't just research everything. It's like if you knew the information, you could catch them in a lie. It was a lot harder to find these things. I don't know. As a dad now, I'm like, I don't know. I'm glad. I feel like we also had the perfect scenario where we didn't grow up with it, so it didn't fry our brains as kids. We're active thinkers because that's how we grew up. In those formative years, we didn't have something that was just fucking Men in Black numbing our brains. You know what I mean? Like we had to in our years when we were developing our brains and learning how to be, we had to fucking think for ourselves. But we also have the benefit of now on the backside of life going like, but I do have this fun little phone where I can do anything I want to do. We were we were born at the perfect time for that. We get to have both. But then I think about my daughter, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna totally track her location.
Yeah.
Like, as much as that would have it's hypocritical, because as much as that would have cramped my style, and I would have fucking hated it if my parents were able to track my location. That's my baby girl. I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, but this has been like a couple generations of kids now who have their every move tracked. Yeah. So they're not outrageous. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, that's a good point. They won't be like, oh man, I just wish he didn't follow me.
Yeah, it would just be like, well, this is what happens when you get to this age. They can
crazier shit also happens to people, I think, than they used to. Like you need to track your kids these days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever. Every neighborhood had a pedophile or two when we were growing up, but now they're fucking everywhere. And because of technology, they could find your kids.
Well, that's
a thing. Is like you had to be a neighborhood creep back then. That was the only, or every once in a while a new van would enter town, and everyone would be like, did you see that van driving around? Do you remember that? Do you remember growing up and every once in a while, like, I saw a weird van, and then it was like news in the neighborhood for 3 weeks. Yeah, there was that weird van. I saw that too. So you could be like the outsider coming in, or you could be the neighborhood creep. But now, man, some creep in Australia could find you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at least digitally. And if there's someone near you, they could use context clues, because these kids are also posting when they're at restaurants, stores. You could very easily find out where someone is if you.
Their parents are like tagging them in where they are. You know, dude, like,
oh my god, man, the fucking people there's so many people posting their kids on the internet, and people commenting insane shit about their kids, and they keep on posting their kids.
Yeah, I feel like.
Here's one thing I see is like the people who are more savvy, the people I think more like us, sometimes they'll comment on TikTok, excuse me, do you see how many people are saving this video of your daughter? Like on TikTok, you could see the amount of saves. There's a saves tab.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Why does this video of your daughter dancing, you doing a funny song of your daughter, have 48,000 saves? Right? Like, I'm talking numbers, because people call it out. They go, stop posting. And it's like this weird addiction, I think, that these people have when it's
like the dopamine rush.
Yeah, it's a dopamine rush of getting the hits and likes. And if their kid is the conduit to that, they just keep doing it.
Yeah.
There's influencers out there whose whole thing is being a parent, or is like them and their. There's a lot of them that are like they're being parents, like. Stay at there's like it's whatever the SAHM, stay at home mom, like, and then their name. That's like, there's a bunch of influencers who have that. And then there's a bunch who just like their thing is doing like little funny videos with their kid. Get your fucking kid off the internet. Get them off the fucking internet. And now that I've seen people comment that, so first thing you look at is like a family picture. Like, why are there so many saves? Now I'm getting paranoid on behalf of these people.
I don't fuck with TikTok.
100,000 saved. Yeah, recently I asked you. I said, I don't know. I think I asked you if you saw something on TikTok or if I tagged you. You know, whatever. I mentioned TikTok to you for the account for the show, and you went, I deleted my TikTok, and I'm like, no, you didn't, because I still see it. And you said, well, I deleted it off my phone, and then. What you said to me then sounded like such an old man thing to say. I don't even necessarily, I'm not even saying you're wrong, but it was such an old man response. I forgot exactly how you said it. You said like, this is the easiest way for them to track you, or there was some sort of.
Because it's like are they still Chinese with TikTok?
Yes. The company is Chinese. Yeah.
The TikTok is the easiest way for hackers to get into your life.
Yeah.
So I've actually, I know a couple people who do IT security.
Through the app itself or through like a link that you clicked on the link thing?
I think through the app itself. And I've had a few of them tell me like, delete TikTok. It's the worst thing you could have.
Yeah. Well, I do think it is the worst thing you have for probably multiple reasons.
Right.
It is
I don't know. It never took with me anyway.
Yeah. I was never an active user till we started using it for the show, because now that we get more traction.
Do we still get or people?
Yeah, we get more traction on TikTok than anything.
And like once a month, I would go read some of the comments.
Yeah, usually hate.
Yeah,
it's not. They
never made me feel great.
Our TikTok comments.
And it was never looking at the TikTok comments like, oh, I should keep going. This is.
The TikTok comments make you want to quit commenting. They're horrible. People are like, or like anytime we would post something that was like, not necessarily controversial, but like a joke that's a little edgy, there would be a person who that would offend would be like, you guys are real pieces of shit. It's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to read. We get like the people doing laugh reactions and people commenting positive stuff sometimes, but most of our TikTok comments, if I see that little bubble come up in my notifications, a little thing where I know someone commented, I'm assuming it's something negative every time.
Yeah. Yeah, they were never like super encouraging.
We talk about definitely. Well, I don't know. TikTok's really not a place to get encouraged in general.
I don't feel like I feel like Facebook and Instagram can be.
Yeah, but that's
Threads has become another cesspool.
It's a little more your people though.
Right, that's why.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like more like your followers.
People that actually know you.
TikTok finds people. Like if you have a piece of content that is relatable and you put, I mean, it's not a surefire thing. Sometimes it goes nowhere. But sometimes you put something out there. I don't know, we're talking about religion. You're going to be like, you're going to hell, which people like to tell me I'm going to hell. It's a common theme. I've been told in the past month, I'm not exaggerating, I've been told, I think 4 separate times I'm going to hell.
All right. So do you ever stop and think maybe it's you? Like,
no, I'm wondering what's wrong with all these people. Why they all think it's not. Accountability is not. We're not doing that here. Okay, we're not going to do accountability. No, it's mostly I think because I have a lot of current material about religion.
Yeah,
it's mostly comedy based. It's not like I'm on the Epstein list, you know.
Yeah,
but it's I mean, it works. It works.
I would be.
It works on stage.
If you were on the Epstein list, that would catch me. Like so far, nobody that's been on it has caught me off guard. But if I saw you on it, I would be like, I didn't know
he knew that many famous people. Yeah. You mean this whole time he could have been getting more traction for the show? If you were on the Epstein list, I would be like, do you have any media people on there? Do you want? Can you help us get some fucking traction here? There's got to be a few media CEOs here. Can somebody pick us a little blackmail? Someone pick us up? Give us a primetime slot somewhere?
Did you see the Tisch family is selling their ownership
No.
To the Giants?
No.
Because the dude was in the Epstein
list? Yeah. That's, dude, there's going to be so much of that. There's going to be so much like, oh, this famous dude. It's been happening with a bunch of corporations. I saw it happen with like a major like media ad agency, media company, like a very famous guy. Like he's famous for it. There is some shit that's coming out, man, that you're like, whoa, yeah, but you know what? I guess you're right. None of it's shocking because these are all fucking multimillionaires, and you just assume all these people are terrible.
Yeah, like that's when you get to that level of money. That's what you do.
Yeah, you know what shocks me more? When it's like, it shocks me a little more when it's like an artist. It shocks me less when it's like a person who like, you know, owned Microsoft. You know what I mean? When it's like a corporate person, when it's somebody whose job was something that is inherently ruthless, it doesn't surprise me at all. Not to say that there aren't a bunch of fucking artists that are creeps. I'm just saying it's a little more surprising when it's a musician or whatever, or an actor, than it is then when it's like, if I hear Bill Gates is on the Epstein, which he totally is, it's not surprising to me. If you hear, you know what I mean? Because those are in my mind, those are more. There's not
a name that's popped up where I was like, what?
Yeah. You could believe all of it, I guess. But those are the ones that are like, oh yeah, we always knew these were evil people. Just not.
Stephen Hawking surprised me, but only because it's
his ability to do anything.
That's a lot of work.
You little slut. Yeah. Like that's a lot of work. And also you would think like, you know, he's got bigger fish to fry. Like that's how you're spending your time. I think level of money though, these people are so fucking out of touch with reality that they just didn't think they were going to get fucking caught. I mean, how long did this thing go on? How long was Epstein Island a fucking thing? And you know what I also keep wondering is what was there before Epstein Island? Before Jeffrey Epstein? Because he's not the creator of child trafficking for the rich and famous, for sure, right? Like, he couldn't be the first guy. Was there someone before that? Like, was there a 50s, 60s version of that? Was there? Because I would imagine this just goes back much further. And, like, Jeffrey Epstein, you know, was like the more modern version of it. There had to be other islands or other secluded things with other people who serviced billionaires like him who had to be connected. Like
well, if there was, then they did it way better than this dude. Cause
yeah, but they did it before technology.
Right.
It was you had your closed circle of, you know, and I also imagine like it could have been like just way less people involved. There's so many people involved in the Epstein files. Yeah. Like how is that not going to come out? There's thousands of people visiting that island.
Half of our government.
Yeah.
It was fucking wild.
Yeah, but only one side is responsible. It's the most bizarre thing in the world to me when someone on the left or right is like, it's all these people who are doing it. It's like, it's the whole fucking thing. Can we just accept that? Can we just accept it's people on both sides?
Yeah.
You know what I maybe really fucking, not the, unfortunately, what probably happened on that island, but what really made me laugh was Hillary once again having to answer for Bill's sexual whereabouts. Did you see that whole thing where she had
it's on her at this point, you know, like.
It was one of the questions for Bill, one of the last questions before he left was, did you have sexual relations on that island? I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again. I bet he never thought he was going to get that one again on camera.
I don't know.
He knew it. Yeah, he knew.
I feel like they've been following this Epstein thing for quite a while with some interest.
But you know what I mean? Like back then, when that thing happened, did you have I did not have sexual relations with this woman.
Like, I don't know anybody on the left that's like stumping for Bill Clinton in the Epstein files.
No one's
everyone's like, all right, well then fucking feed him to the wolves.
We've known he was a perv since he was president. Just fucking go, yeah.
But it's like, well, Trump is mentioned more than Epstein.
Yeah.
And he's been low key bragging and making jokes and dropping hints about it for decades.
Yeah. But dude, there's nothing.
And now they're just like, well, you know.
No, man, I'm convinced there's nothing. The brainwash is not going away. It's not going away anytime soon.
If his Epstein shit doesn't do it, then you're right.
But
then
it hasn't.
It's nothing.
It hasn't. There haven't even been. You don't even see people out there going like, they're not even saying, all right, if this happens, I'm with you guys. They're not even saying that. They're going, yeah, sure, hypothetically, I wouldn't be okay with that, but it's not true. They're actually just adamantly saying it's not true when his name is mentioned so much. The brainwashing is too deep. I don't think it's going away. I think it's going to be... I think I said this on a recent episode, but I wonder if there's going to be like a Nuremberg trial version of all this where it comes out and you're like, oh, there's a real reckoning and I don't know that there will be. But if there will be, and in a real scenario, the people who did wrong they have too much money to probably they won't face the consequences we want them to face. But if they do, will they come around and be like, all right, fine, you guys are right? I don't think they will. I think they will fucking deny that shit to the day they die, because the second they admit that they were for it is the second they admit they voted for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going away, man. I don't think it's I mean, hopefully the people get arrested and it goes somewhere, but I think it's too deep.
I think it's also, I think at this point you're just all in, right? Like you're like, I've been owning the libs this far.
Yeah.
Supporting pedophiles. We're still owning them.
Right. I don't think the support for him is going anywhere.
It's definitely...
I mean, I think it's wavering and it's getting shakier, but I don't think there are people, at least I can say that it's gonna. I think you could come into their house and punch their moms in the face and they wouldn't budge. They would. There are people that will absolutely make excuses, and this is a personality trait. Some people have this personality trait. Some people will defend the people they love. And unfortunately, he's one of them. But they will defend the people they love no matter what they do, and it's not going anywhere. There's something, I think, like you said, where there's certain people who, when they get too deep into a situation, they go, "I'm here now. This is it. This is a hill I die on." That's why that is That's why that's a thing. The statement, "I die on this hill." It was left war a long time ago. That is a real thing that people do for people they truly believe in and don't let go and defend them to the death.
He's got full-blown dementia at this point, right? Like, we can agree on that?
I honestly don't know, because
I was watching him yesterday talking about soldiers who stepped on roadside bombs, who died, and then were walking around with no arms and no legs.
Well,
soldiers who stepped on roadside bombs died and then were walking around with no arms and no legs.
Yeah, there's a lot of
and there's so much in there.
Yeah. Died walking around, no legs walking around. But then you call that out and people go, "Well, you misspoke." That's what they say. You misspoke. You know what the go-to is? Well, Biden.
Yeah, okay.
Biden. So, yeah, Biden, we know.
Yeah, I would say that guy clearly, was losing his faculties by the end.
Yeah, and also, there was no defending it. When Biden started talking crazy, we were laughing at him.
Yeah.
Maybe that's mean, but we were like, this is fucking crazy.
Democrats were like, we got to get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think it's hard. He's clearly deteriorating, but I don't know what it is with him. I think I don't even know if it's dementia, man. I think it's like he's just having so good of a time he's losing it, or he's wavering because he doesn't have the. It's going back and forth on whether or not he's doing
addicted. He's definitely on something.
Yeah,
for sure. The way he's slurring his words.
Right. If you look at an old Trump clip from the 80s, or when he used to get just interviewed, whatever he was saying, Any black person in Central Park should be arrested. Whatever those clips were. He was coherent.
If you look,
he was very coherent. He was.
Here's what I said about him. At the end of his first term, he was the first president in history to look the same as he did when he got into the White House.
Right. They usually aged
He
so
was,
rapid.
usually the pressure
like,
of that
unscathed.
job. Well, because I was like, you're got to be a sociopath if this job doesn't age you. Now he should have just accepted, the results of the loss, which I know he never would have, because now he looks. Now you could tell this shit. This Epstein shit is aging him.
Yeah. So you think maybe that's an interesting theory that like the way a presidency ages most people.
Yeah.
Him losing an election and then winning and getting this and having the Epstein files is aging him the way that a regular presidency ages most people.
Right.
Because losing he couldn't imagine that could have happened to him. And now people going, oh, we all know you're a pedophile. It's all ego, though.
Yeah.
It's all ego based. So the only way for that to have affected him, the way that like Obama looked 25 years older, Bush looked 25 years older.
Yeah. After
4 or 8 years, the only way that could have happened to him is if it was a blow to his ego. Because when things just felt like they were going fine, it was great. I mean,
that dude looked the exact same in 2020 as he did in 2016.
Point, that's a great point, and now it's finally getting to him because it's not going well. But normally, just the job
and
itself.
I think like what's sad is like the low ratings get to him worse than anything. Like the idea that what was that? Like the Kennedy Center honors or whatever that shit that he hosted was.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Getting the lowest ratings in the history of the program.
Yeah.
I think ages him more than knowing he's a pedophile in the Epstein list.
Yeah, or somebody saying you said you were going to not start a war and you did. That doesn't bother him.
It's the low ratings.
Yeah, because you can't even deny it. I think that's a thing. That's a thing with like a narcissistic personality. Is most things don't have hard numbers. Most things in life that you come across don't have hard numbers to it. So you go, "Hey, you're a piece of shit." And he goes, "No, I'm not. You're a piece of shit." Oh, all right. Well, argument over.
Yeah.
That's how a narcissist gaslights, right? So whatever you would accuse him of, they accuse you of. And it works because they look unscathed. You're fucking butthurt about it. You're more bothered than they are. So the gaslighting works. But when you put hard numbers on it, like ratings, there's no escaping the fact of, even if he wants to say it had the most viewers ever, like everyone knows it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's finally the thing that'll break him. I keep on seeing people say like they think he's gonna die in office, like this is gonna be the end of it, dude. Like natural causes, meaning like not like assassination or anything, but he's like this is gonna be
on the toilet. I'm so convinced it's gonna be on the toilet, after
McDonald's.
socialing. Yeah.
Just squeeze it out of
like Elvis. Like he wants to be the king so bad he's gonna go out the same way.
I don't think it's happening for a long time. I feel like the worst people live forever.
Yeah, right. Fuck. Means I'm gonna be alive a long time.
See, I'm gonna die young because I'm so pure at heart. Ken, what you got going on? You have anything to plug? This is airing actually next week.
Next week, yeah, you could come see me Jersey Shore. You could come see me at oh fuck, I'm in the wrong month. You could come see me at Applejack's in Keensburg on Saturday, March 21st.
Ooh.
March 26th, I will be at the Dojo of Comedy. Oh, and a good one, another good local one for the Jersey Shore. We had Chris Covert in earlier.
Yep.
I'm actually on his show at the Vogel in Red Bank on June 27th.
Very cool. I will be at Union Street Brewing in Hudson, headlining on March 21st. It's Saturday, I believe. Saturday, March 21st. And then I'm going to host a fucking hell of an Easter dinner. Let me tell you something about the lamb chops I'm going to fucking make.
But
you just got this.
Why don't we circle back to that at the next episode?
No. I'm going to start now.
Can't.
I'm going to do the two things you hate the most is run long and talk about food. All right, goodbye.
All right, goodbye.